It's recording the apologies for absence.
I don't think I've had any from him, but I might need to double check.
Okay. There's still, I think there's still a problem with his email system as well.
Oh,
Yeah, they're bouncing back.
Yeah?
They're bouncing back.
Oh, I haven't had any bounce back.
No, nor have I, but
Yeah, I had one bounce back.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'll give him a ring tomorrow. I'll give him a ring and have a chat with him. He said he'd fixed it, but he's still a problem somewhere.
I've been sending them to the BT Internet one, not the Gov one.
Yeah, he said he'd got the Gov one working okay, but
Okay.
I'll have a chat with him. Okay. Right, code of conduct and disclosure of interest. Receiving a disclosure by members of personal prejudicial interest in matters of the agenda. Members are reminded to repeat their declaration immediately prior to the commencement of the item in question, or complete the declaration of interest form. Any? No? Okay, good. To consider and approve the signing by the chair of the minutes of the full parish council meeting on the 22nd of July and the planning meeting held on the 22nd of July. Everybody read them?
Yes.
All in favour?
Yeah.
Hands up, please. Thank you. Right, financial matters to receive a list of items paid to date in July, which you've got, yeah?
I didn't get one now, but I circulated it with the stuff.
Okay. To note, National Pay Review awarded and to be backdated to the 1st of April 2025.
Can we cancel that? Have we got a right to override it?
No, afraid not.
You wouldn't.
She would. Okay, well, point 6, for which the emergency, the extraordinary meeting was called for. Email from Rother regarding expression of interest. To agree, and this is a proposition, to agree to submit an expression of interest in the land that we went to the meeting with the Fairlight Conservation Trust. Tim, did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen the email that Tim said he was going to write. Okay, we'll do a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do a couple of minutes while Lynn reads it. This was the email that Tim said, and that was agreed at the meeting that he would write.
Why was it to the deputy chief executive and not the chief executive?
There was a reason why he said he sent it there, because he can now go higher and get through for us.
It's actually gone, yeah?
Andrew Valance is the Chief Finance Officer and Deputy Chief Executive and Section 151 Officer. So he's the money man.
He's not man. That makes
Right,
sense.
Right, Michael, you ready?
Sorry?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this is the email that Tim has sent to the Deputy Finance Officer. We need to wait until we get a reply from them, but this evening's meeting is really just to say, let's wait for the reply from Rodder regarding that, but we need permission. We need permission from the council to raise an expression of interest with, as Andrew puts it, there are two things. One, Andrew, you can speak about it in a moment if you wouldn't mind. The other one is that we need to put conditions against the expression of interest as well. Andrew, would you like to?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what I said in my email.
Got it. I think you've got it here. Yeah, I've got it here if you want it.
Yeah. Shall I?
Yeah, put it
Yeah.
It's far easier if you put some meat on the bone.
I just come straight from another meeting. Yes, yes. I mean that one I remember. Yes. I think when we had the meeting with Tim, we were thinking that the land should remain with the Coast Protection Authority, whoever that is, presumably the unitary authority. But it subsequently occurred to me that that would be a body of whom we at this stage know nothing, and over whom we would have little or no control, and we don't know just with what enthusiasm they would fulfil their role as a Coast Protection Authority. So one of the alternatives to that would be for the parish council to own the land, and which is why obviously it's necessary to express an interest to Robert's inquiry. I know that there is the potential for incurring liabilities as a landowner. I wouldn't have thought that the potential liabilities are very great other than those of any landowner, and we're obviously insured as landowners, occupiers liability, that sort of thing. I wouldn't have thought there was any special thing arising out of the cliff, but if we did do that, we might well want legal advice as to what our liabilities would be. We already own the land at Channel Way, between Channel Way and the cliff edge. So we've had that for many, many years without any difficulty so far. But certainly for the parish to own the land, that would have advantages in that we would have control here within the parish. And I suppose other possibilities would be the Fairlight Preservation Trust or some similar body. At this stage, those are all options and possibilities. For the purpose of tonight, we're simply deciding whether to express an interest to Robert, which is really the necessary thing in order to take it forward and remain part of the dialogue as to what's going on. I just add that we've said 3 pieces of land. There may be more. So I think we should propose an amendment that we include other pieces of land which come to light.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it not Alex Gap as well? I think it's spelling wrong.
That was me.
Yeah.
It's spelling very wrong. It's not windows or something.
Yeah.
Just mine.
Do we know where these other potential bits of land are?
It's a
Strip.
cohesive strip.
Yeah.
It's just a piece at the end of it is unregistered land,
Right. Okay.
and that's been confirmed by Stuart at Rather.
But then that's presumably the piece of land
It's just slightly beyond Haddock's Gap.
beyond this or westwards of Haddock's Gap.
Yeah,
westward, so it's behind the Webb's place. The new
That-
house near the path going down.
No, the other way.
Oh, the other way,
Yeah.
eastwards then.
Mm.
Yeah, all right.
And that was the other concern I had, is if we ever did become owners, the liability, if the land is where people descend the cliff to go
Yeah,
fishing.
no,
or-
no, it's not.
No,
Doesn't, no,
no, that's
no. And besides, that's a DPROW.
That's all right.
So, it's a DPROW, so,
What's that?
designated public right of way, so that's down East Sussex right of way.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. That's what we're here for. To say, depending on what the email, what reply comes back to Tim's email, is that instead of calling another meeting, we will express an interest in that land and any other bits and pieces that go with that, with the necessary comments for which we'll ask Andrew to make sure that we put them right. You know,
I'll look at any draft if you wish.
that'd be good. Thank you. So, all in favour? Carry. I'm just going to mention the other thing. Yeah.
Sorry, can I just, so we are declaring an interest regardless of what comes back from,
No, we'll wait for it to see what comes back from Rutherford with regards to Tim's letter, from Tim's email. But if it comes back and it just says basically you've still got to express an interest, come what may, then we've already got the council's approval to go ahead and do that. But if there's anything else in there that comes back from the email, I suggest that it gets passed to the parish council.
There is something to be said for just expressing the interest, come what may. Because then our interests are protected, and it's not going to slip accidentally or through confusion or anything of that sort.
Right.
We can always withdraw. You know, we're not committing to anything by doing it.
I agree with that.
so do you propose we express an interest regardless, and then I could draft something to reply to Robert, and you could have a look at it before it's sent?
I was thinking just express the interest. Go on record as expressing an interest.
Okay, as far as I'm aware, it's an online thing from Will Wright's letter.
Okay, so it's agreed that we will express an interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we can correspond about whatever comes out.
Comes out back from it, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. The other thing that we need to do in line with that is Danielle has said that we should be asking Will Wright exactly with regards to the comments made by Stuart Callahan. Is it because Stuart Callahan says the properties they could even be offered to the owners as long as they fill in bits and pieces. It specifically says in Rother's framework, the council will not consider expression and area of interest from partners which are political or with political affiliations, organisations engaged in supporting candidates for political office, individuals or businesses who intend primarily to run the service or use the asset for commercial gain.
There was an email sent, I think it was sent to you, Andrew, I can't remember if it was sent to you originally, that where Stuart said, should Fairlight, equally should any of the 3 or more homeowner constitutes whose gardens lie adjacent to these parcels express an interest in acquiring these and in turn submit a congent long-term business case dedicated to maintaining cliff defence, that these two will be considered carefully as part of the devolution process. But obviously the devolution framework from March said
Says it's not.
that individuals won't be considered. So I think it.
Well, is it saying that no individual will be considered, or only political individuals?
It says the council will not consider expression of interest from partners which are political or with political affiliations, organisations engaged in supporting candidates for political office. And then it says individuals or businesses who intend primarily to run the service or use the asset for commercial gain.
Well, I don't, I mean, a householder using it as a part of their garden wouldn't fall into any of those categories,
Yeah.
would they?
Except for the fact that Martin was saying that he has it on good authority. Is that all right, Martin? About that one of the properties is being used as a garage repair business at the moment.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, Martin told me tonight.
I only heard this morning.
Yeah, there is a lot of cars that are going up there. Basically, the owners who purchased Dormer, which is the last part of these sort of three or four properties, who wanted to do the application for two dwelling, has basically let the premises or the garage and the house, and then the chaps doing car repair or maintenance. I mean, the other day I walked the dog and it was about 6 cars parked in that driveway, and another sort of 6 cars in the owners of Bishop's Garth. So that's rather a lot, and then I know from the local residents that they're a bit sort of they don't really want to complain too much because they are neighbours, but it has a very impact on the road.
Yes, maybe this is something you and I should, talk about after this meeting. Yeah, it's a rather separate thing, and I don't like talking in public about an individual who's not here.
Okay, so we're happy for Daniel to send an email to Will Wright asking that question, or what?
Just to confirm
Just to confirm which policy
framework
they
they're
use.
going, they're using, or that he's referring to in that email.
I think we should ask, because if you've got 2 people working in the same department and one's saying you could offer it to somebody else, and then it says that it shouldn't be. We need to work out which one they're actually working to.
Need clarification.
Yeah. Are you all happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hands, shake hands. Thank you. Right, that's dealt with that. Has anybody got anything else to say about the expression of interest, or
No.
just leave
The
it at
only
that?
thing was from the meeting that we held with the Preservation Trust, it was requested that Danielle write to neighbouring coastal parish councils to see if they've been put in a similar situation.
I did send an email to ESAL and she said she was going to send one round, but I didn't get any replies from it.
Right.
Can you touch that next week then?
Yeah.
Daniel's been rather busy for the last 3 days with the external auditors just answering questions that they wanted to know. So, but it's all finished. I've seen the. Well, yeah, we have. Yeah, it's all finished and everything's fine. So, but it has been a worrying time. Not for any particular reason, but other than the fact that somebody's asking questions. Danielle's new to the job, so we've had to. Or I haven't, but Danielle's had to work rather hard for the last 3 days trying to satisfy them, and they're satisfied, so that's good enough as far as we're concerned. Okay, number 7, correspondence. Email regarding the security gate at the recreation field. I did speak to Jeff, who did tell me in quite a few short words. Apparently the gate isn't, I'll read it out because that's not the one, it's the other one. Please just going to bring to your attention the security gate at the recreation field, Commander's Walk. Local resident living opposite and have concerns regarding the security gate on the entrance. I have closed when doing the last dog walk of the day around 9:30 on many occasions where the gate has been left open. With the local riser fly tipping in long-term caravans or vans being parked as well, and antisocial behaviour, this needs to be locked when leaving. I did mention to Jeff.
Well, it's happened before. You know, it's not new.
No.
But my assumption is, to tell you the truth, is when the last person of the bowls club sees a car still there, which is probably a private individual, they tend not to lock the gate. And then the private individual will go and not lock the gate or know anything about locking the gate. Because quite often we just get people if the gate's open, say when football's on or Activate or bowls club, people just drive in, go play, you know, some of them are tennis club, but I think they know to shut the gate when it fell. But just private individuals come and go for a walk or with their dog. And I say, occasionally it doesn't get shut.
Doesn't need for
But,
notice, I'm saying that cars are left there, who are not members of the bowls club or the football club or Activate or something.
Yeah, we can
all
try and
cars'
notice
vehicles,
again.
They could be clamped.
No, because they could be locked in.
Just can be looked in,
Yeah.
in line with other,
Yeah,
other car parks.
yeah, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Could we do that?
but I don't think it's a regular occurrence at all. And I think the bowls club, similarly to me, if I'm working in the field and I have to shoot off for 10 minutes, I won't necessarily lock the gate. And if somebody has seen it open and the car park's empty, it doesn't mean it's going to stay unlocked. It's only at the night is a bit of a, I mean, I appreciate that at night time it is a bit of a worry.
Perhaps we'll just put a notice afterwards, so it could be locked in.
We'll just thank them very much for shutting their gate.
Can I just shut it? Does it not need to be locked?
Well, it's all pattern. So it looks locked even if you don't know the padlock number.
I think if somebody wanted to access that field in the evening with a load of caravans, they just cut
They
that
would
off.
have a
innit?
bolt
They
cut
cut that off.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Ian's got his hand up.
Perhaps just a sign to say
Yeah,
that this
yeah,
will be locked
yeah.
at a certain time.
Okay, we'll do it. Sort some sort of sign out for the gate.
Sign to say,
Shut
I'll drop something to you saying
shut gate.
Please shut the gate.
Or you could be locked in, I think it's worth pointing out that they could be locked in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's the seafront car park that has something similar that shuts overnight, but I haven't been down there lately. They used to have one that said, you know, that its car park shuts at 11:30 or something.
With the big multi-storey stores, who I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. All right. There are two other pieces of three other to note. Lower Wets Lane Road Maintenance Association having potholes fixed. Was supposed to be Friday. It's now Monday. So there might be a slight delay in getting your cars out if you need to, but they're usually pretty good. I think it's G Woods that are doing it. So, and another one's Carly's Forest School having a party on the 13th of September. Grant has received the insurance. Okay,
That's to be confirmed. She hasn't confirmed yet, but
she sent in the insurance already. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, fine. And the last one was good morning. I can find no information on the Parish Council website or the FRC website email scheme, which nothing to do with Parish Council, about the current road closure of the A259 road in the old town by the petrol station. Apparently this main road into Hastings will be closed for 2 weeks, so it would be helpful to know what is going to happen, particularly to our village bus routes, It's going to affect so many journeys into Hastings in the Old Town Carnival Week, due to start soon. There is bound to be a lot of chaos, especially on the narrow roads such as Harold Road, which are sure to be used as alternatives. I've made amendments to the website under the news section on the heading. It takes you, click it, it takes you to the AA route map for Tango November 35 area, and on there it clearly shows, if you click it, it tells you why that road is closed, why there's route marks there. It doesn't, however, do anything about the buses, but I can't find anything specific to.
The buses are using Harold Road.
Sorry?
The buses are using Harold Road.
I think London Road's opening again from today.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago.
Anyway,
So
well,
it's
anyway,
probably open.
okay, so I put something on the website, so you can click it. It covers the whole of Hastings and Fairlight, and if there's any roadblocks that have been notified, it will put it on there. If there's any one-way systems, it will put it on there as well. Any amendments? Right. So, that's it, I think. No more. That's it. End of meeting. Time.
Oh, it stopped.
Needs a new battery.
2 minutes past.
28 minutes past.
Very
long 5 minutes.
The date of the next meeting is the 23rd of September. That's the next Parish Council meeting, and quite likely planning meeting as well. Right, thank you very much.